I'm here at Cefn Fforest Boxing Club, and you with me now is Robbie Turley. How's it going, Rob?
I'm fine, thanks.
Good. You got a fight coming up. Do you want to tell us more about
that? Yeah, my first fight back in 2 years. Been a long time out. Excited, can't wait.
Where are you fighting to?
Riddicar Leisure Centre in Merthyr.
And what date is that then?
The 21st of March.
Do you know who you fight then?
Still no opponent yet. Been a couple of names chucked in, but no definites.
Does that bother you at all, not knowing who you fight then?
No.
You're on box for 2 years now. Can you tell us the reason for that?
Well, it was an irregularity in my brain scan. I've always had a pineal cyst, but there was a spot of blood in the cyst, and I had a phone call, and you know, I was unaware of this cyst that I had, and they didn't tell me all the times that I had the brain scans. I didn't know it existed. So they phoned me up the one day and said there's been a change. There's blood in the cyst, and I go, you know, and that was all news to me. It made me ill, like, you know. I thought I could have been an ill man. I didn't know nothing about it.
Yeah.
So I thought boxing was out the window by then, but I thought I was going to be ill for the rest of my life. So we knew nothing about it. So we went and seen a specialist out of, we went to go see him. And he gave me the okay. He said everything's fine. You know, you've always had this. You've had it from birth, and this means nothing. Like, you're fine to go. So we went back to the boxing board. They still refused my license. They then asked to go have a deeper brain scan, where it sees all the vessels and all deep, well, just a deeper scan. And
yeah. That
come back fine, and they still refused me. We had a brilliant solicitor working, Gareth Williams. We've seen the top neurosurgeons. We really give it our all on this, and he asked for a urine in, my solicitor did, and they give me the urine, and as long as I took the neurologist, and we won the case, like, you know. Yeah. I got gifted my license back, which is great.
So everything's fine and you're looking good? And,
everything's fine.
So you can't wait to get back in it, can you?
Can't wait to go challenge for these titles.
How did you feel when you was told that you would never box again?
It's all I know. Either working in a factory for minimum wage, or do what I'm good at. You know, I've done it from a kid. I had a great amateur career. I went all around the world, Commonwealth Games, Europeans, multi-nations, internationals. And yeah, I had a good amateur career. I had around about 90 fights, winning just more than 60, I'd say. So I had a good amateur career.
Yeah. Have you still been keeping yourself fit? Even though
there was a time where I couldn't face going to the gym, you know, watching my gym mates achieving all their goals, you know, Gary and Lee, which, you know, we were all same time, we're all similar levels, through amateurs and professional. Watching them, it was a bit, you know, hurtful to see. You know, I was very happy for them, but you know, I was thinking it could be me, and I couldn't face going to the gym. No.
Yeah. It's a bit of depression.
I couldn't. Yeah, big time. I nearly broke down. You know, it was like I couldn't go out to the pub, the local pub, or the clubs down Blackwood, because I'd have people saying, "When you fight the next Turley," I'd have to tell them the bad news. Within 5 minutes of telling the story, I got someone else tapping the other shoulder. When you fight the next, I'm telling the story 20, 30 times a night, and then going home with my head down then.
Yeah. You know, when you had the news that you would be able to fight again, how did you feel then?
My dad phoned me I was in bed.
Yeah.
She phoned me and I started jumping around the room, like, brilliant.
Do you think he's winding you up, or?
No, I knew what we was expecting the phone call.
Yeah.
He couldn't have wound me up about that. It'd been cruel if he was lying.
Can you take us back to the start and tell us how you first got involved in boxing?
My brother done a bit of boxing. He won a Welsh Fest, and my grandfather started me off. You know, he started my brother off too. He'd have his hands up and he'd beating us around the front room, like, you know, and we'd beating him back, and he started us off, and yeah, I took a love for it, and I've been doing it. I've been fighting since the age of 8 and been in the gym since 6. Yeah. So I've been bred into me, like.
What gym was you in when you first went?
Fleur de Lis.
And who else was involved in that club then?
Oh, there was loads that have come and gone. Nick Cleverly was a fleur-de-lis boy. Craig Evans, Chucky Evans. Jamie was the coach in year with me.
Yeah.
Robbie Regan and Jamie are running the gym here. He was started at the same time as I did.
Okay. What did you achieve as an amateur?
I won a Welsh title about 7 times.
Senior or just?
Senior. Well, the box offs, it was the only one I entered. I had to go have a box offs for the games, and I beat Peter Ashton, who was highly rated, and beat Jonathan Lloyd in the final. But I went at 60 kilos there because Darren Edwards was the automatic pick-in for the 57 kilos, which was my weight.
Yeah.
So I had to step up my weight, and I fought 60 kilos at amateur, and I always held my own. I won most things, and I was walking around at 59 kilos. I'm a pro now, and I weigh in at 54 kilos.
It's mad, isn't it? Who was your favourite boxer as a kid?
Had to be Robbie Regan. He did. That's my dad used to take us to watch him, and we were tight friends of the family. Yeah, he was my favourite fighter. But also, I like the Alis, and
yeah.
I loved Nassim when I was a kid. And
I seen you in the gym as an amateur once or twice, and you seem to have like a bit of a Nassim style. Do you try and adopt this style?
Well, I work on my elusive style boxing, and make them miss and make them pay.
Yeah.
I don't mind taking it up neither. I'll take it up if I got them.
How would you describe your style?
I don't know, I must switch it. It's an awkward bastard, they say.
Have your style changed since you turned from
yeah, I try to better it all the time. I'm a bit more steadier on my feet now. Like I said, I was small, young senior, I was only 18 when I qualified for the games, and I wasn't meant to be that weight, so I've never been stopped as a pro or an amateur. So it was my movement that definitely worked well for me.
Yeah. I think you've had 4 losses in your career, is it?
Yeah.
Is there any one of them losses you'd like to have a rematch?
Well, I'd say I had a bad decision against, well, my first loss, I don't know, I had a loss there. Then I lost with a cut in my first Welsh title fight. There were no scoring then, was there? If you had a cut and you couldn't continue, you lose.
Yeah.
And I thought I beat Jamie Arthur in a tight 3-rounder. Yeah, Carl Frampton, give him the best fight he had, I think, and I cut him. There were times where you could see that he was thinking, it weren't meant to be like this, And I'd like to have a rematch with Carl if I get to that level now, because he's just wiping the floor with everyone at the minute. He's fucking special, really, isn't he?
Definitely. Can you tell us why you decided to turn pro? Did you feel like there was nothing left in the amateur division
to be honest,
to achieve?
Me and Tony Williams didn't always see eye to eye. The national coach. To be honest, I got fed up with the amateurs, and I thought, let's make some money out of it.
You've already done that?
Yeah. I do miss all the trips, and I miss all the fun with all the boys and the team.
Yeah. How happy are you with your progress so far?
Yeah, there's been ups and downs, I didn't want to have any losses, but a couple of them are unfair. Nothing you can do about that, but yeah, I'm happy with my progress. I'm Welsh Celtic champion. I was meant to be fighting for the British just before I got stopped, and I'm hoping to get them the Commonwealth or the British title by the end of this year now. That's my goal.
How many fights would you like to have this year?
As many as I can get, really. Without a big promoter, we've done it all the hard way. There's Tony Borg boys, we haven't had no Warrens or Eddie Earns. We've had to do a fight for £800 on no television with a couple of hundred people there, and when our spot comes in, we've been ready for it,
Yeah.
So, as many as I can get, but realistically, I'll probably only have about 3. If that'd be good.
And what would you like to achieve by the end of this year?
I'm hoping to get a British title shot or a Commonwealth title shot before the year's up. That's what I'm looking for, and that's what I think will happen.
Yeah. And what would you like to achieve by the end of your career?
I always promised myself a British title from a kid, you know, so that's the goal I'm aiming for. Anything after that then is when that goes it, then I set a new goal. Yeah. So I don't want to go saying be world champion or whatever, but I'm capable of doing good things, and let's win this British first. We'll set a new goal.
Yeah. What gym are you at now, and who's your trainer?
St Joseph's with Tony Borg.
Seems to be a lot of success from that gym at the moment.
Oh yeah, we got great sparring, there's a great vibe in the gym, you know. It's always fun and jokes. So when even when it's painful, we have a laugh at the end of it. And yeah, he's a brilliant coach, Tony. I think he's the best in Britain.
Got a good relationship with him, yeah?
Yeah, brilliant, yeah. He's a good laugh, and he, you know, he always make you feel a bit happy when you're down. Like.
Yeah. How's training been leading up to this fight?
Yeah, been good. Like I said, we haven't been able to work on tactics for an opponent or whatever because we haven't got given one yet. But you know, as far as Selby, he's a European champion, Gary Buckland, British champion. You know, we've got Southpaws like Craig Evans, been sparring a lot with them. So there's plenty of variety there. So wherever I will be fighting, I've probably been sparring someone kind of similar, you know.
Yeah.
We got back foot fighters in the gym, we got come forward, southpaw, switch hitters, you know, we got it. We got it all there.
Got the best of everything now, haven't we? Can you tell us about your daily routine regarding training leading up to a fight?
Right, we get up. I'm lazy getting out of bed. My dad will give me a roll, like, phoning me up. Right when I get out of bed, yeah, I'll have my breakfast, go to the gym, do whatever we got to do there. It's always different, whether it's circuit, sparring, bags, pads. I go home then, have a bit of dinner, and come to this gym then to train, also do another session and train the boys.
Yeah. What about road work?
Yeah, I get a couple of runs, and I haven't got set days, but I do a bit of running. Yeah, I run 7 miles on Saturday, starting with a murder mile. That's a killer. Yeah,
what's that?
Mother, it's 9 mile. You run up the mountain. It's you know, it's a killer.
Yeah.
Is it listed in the 10 hardest runs in Britain?
Is it? Let's try it. Yeah. Going into this fight, after 2 years off, do you think there's going to be much ring rust?
Well, the sparring's looking great. You know, that's been a little thing that's been playing in the back of my head because I've seen boys doing it, you know, looking great in the gym after having a long break, and they fall into pieces in the ring. But I think that I'm strong up there enough to keep it real.
What's Tony said?
I always do better in a fight than I train and spar or whatever. That's something that always happens. So hopefully that's going to happen again, yeah. And we'll be fine.
Where can fans buy tickets for your next fight?
Tickets are available now. They can phone me or get a number off the poster, or just add me on Facebook.
You're on Facebook. You on Twitter at all? Or
no. Just
Facebook. And what kind of fight can we expect to see March 21st?
Depending on my opponent, you know, if he comes forward, hopefully he's too skilled and I'll be stepping off and he won't eating my punches. Or if he's skilled, I might have to take it in. We don't really know what it's going to be yet until that bell goes and I got him coming at me.
Yeah. You looking forward to being back in the ring?
Oh, I'm so excited. It's a big chunk of me got taken away, you know. It's good now that I go back out now and people are asking me questions and I feel good in saying it. You know, I got all the praise in our back that I should have.
Any final words before we go, Rob?
Yeah, I'd like to, you know, thank my dad for all the hard work and the money he put in to get my licence back. He done great. Without him, I wouldn't be boxing again because I give up all. I'd like to thank my sponsors, Ray Osborne. I'd like to thank everybody who've been a part of my career, all my fans, all the people that helped out, Tony, all my gym mates, sparring mates, and everybody that have helped.
Wicked. I'd just like to thank you for taking time out and talking to me today. wish you all the best in your next fight, and all the best.
And off the top, there's the best haircut.
Sorted.